Hello YouTube, what's up? It's been a minute since I have uploaded and I apologize, but I'm back. That's all that matters. I decided to show up for 2021. The last time I checked, I don't even want to say what number it was because then watch it be like lower when I upload this, but I'm a little over 100 subscribers and I think that's super cool and exciting for me because I think the last time I uploaded I was like maybe at 60. But anyways, thanks guys. 2021 is looking brighter than ever. Moving on, another little housekeeping note here. Ignore my background. I promise it's gonna look cuter in the future, but for right now, we're just gonna have to deal with this bed and the wrinkly comforter, but I promise, just for this video. I also am going to try to upload more on YouTube. Honestly, I love filming, I really do. It's just hard to find time to film and edit sometimes. Clearly, because I haven't uploaded in months. That's my goal for 2021. So let's get to the real meat and potatoes. My favorite products of 2020 that I discovered last year. Now, the key word here is discovered. A lot of these products weren't necessarily launched in 2020, but I discovered them in 2020. Granted, there were a lot of no makeup days, as you can imagine. I'm gonna go in the order of how I apply these products. So like starting with primer, ending with lashes. Let's get started. All right, so I'm just gonna do a quick honorable mention, a shout out, if you will, to the Krave Beauty Beach Shield. I've mentioned a lot of their products before in my videos because I like the brand and all of their products are amazing. I always encourage people to wear SPF. Well, I encourage myself to wear SPF every day or whenever I'm going to be exposed to the sun. Even if I'm just sitting by my window, I still put on SPF, and this one is my favorite. There's no white cast. You know, it's really hard to find SPF that doesn't leave a white cast. I swear to God, this doesn't. It leaves a nice radiant finish. This is definitely one of my favorite SPFs for makeup application because it doesn't pill under makeup and it just really smooths out the face and really preps it. So just wanted to give a quick shout out to the Beach Shield. But moving on to my actual primer, the Smashbox Vitamin Glow Primer. This has vitamin B, C, and E. I can't really attest for if the vitamin B, C, and E is there, but the primer is wonderful. It leaves a very plump finish. Your face feels very moisturized and ready for makeup application. It's not a very tacky, sticky feeling, but it's just the right amount that you know your makeup's probably gonna grip onto your face a little more, but it's not like a Milk Hydro Grip or a Cover FX gripping primer. It's not like that. This is for sure like a serum type of primer and I really love it. It's very expensive though, so I do recommend waiting for sales before purchasing this. I have this bottle and then I purchased a backup during a Sephora sale, but I think Ulta carries Smashbox too. So I believe you can get the primer there as well and you can use your Ulta points, okay? So consider that. But yeah, I would wait because it is expensive, but I promise you it's worth it. Moving on to concealer, the Kosas Revealer Concealer. Are we surprised? I've mentioned this in so many of my videos. I have like 4 videos, but I've probably mentioned them in 2 of the 4 I've uploaded, okay? This concealer is amazing. It's one of my favorite concealers of all time. I think this is perfect for so many reasons. First of all, the formula. Well, the formula is pretty much the whole reason I like this. This concealer is supposed to act as an eye primer, or no, an eye cream as well. I can't, again, attest for that. Whenever makeup products say they have skincare benefits, it's really hard for me to like be able to tell the difference, at least instantly. I will say that I do think this concealer does a great job of covering my dark circles. And my favorite thing is that this has a ton of coverage, but it's not cakey at all. It leaves a very smooth, your skin but better type of finish. This blends out amazing. And I use the shade 6, if you're wondering. Also, this doesn't crease. That's always a good indicator that I've found a nice concealer when it doesn't crease on my smile line. Another thing I want to note is that it does kind of smell after a little bit. I've had this particular one for like 3 months and there's like a smell that I can't pinpoint, but I feel like it's just the concealer getting older. I looked to see if it expires, but it says that after opening it, just use it within 12 months. So I don't really know what the smell is. I've owned 3 tubes of this concealer though, and I can tell you all of them have had this smell after a little bit. It doesn't bother me because it goes away, but it is pretty strong. And I can't pinpoint what it smells like. It's just kind of like off. I think it's worth it, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. All right, now I'm going to mention a foundation, and I wanna preface this by saying I am someone who likes a sheer foundation. I was on the search for a foundation that could even out my complexion without completely covering everything. I still wanted my skin to show through, and I finally decided to join the bandwagon for MAC Face and Body. Why did I not try this sooner? This stuff is amazing. I know that everybody and their grandma and grandpas have been talking about this product for years now, and I think I was hesitant because I've tried their Studio Fix foundation, I've tried their concealer, and I also tried a powder foundation from MAC, and all of them ended up breaking me out, so that made me very hesitant. Oh, I also tried their little pot concealer. They're, you know what I'm talking about. So I've had a fair share of trials for MAC complexion products, and they didn't make me happy. So I guess that's why I took a while for MAC Face and Body. I'm so happy I tried it because I absolutely love it. It's my favorite foundation of all time, ever. If you're someone who is looking for a foundation that will completely even out your complexion but still let your freckles show through, you can see here I have a breakout. It's still obviously showing through, and I kind of like that because it still shows my skin and really just like enhances the look of my skin. I really like this, and because it's a face and body foundation, I think it's supposed to be more long wearing and like sweat resistant. I haven't like worn this on my body, but I've worn it on my face and I like it, and I think it really does help keep other products on throughout the day. So yeah, I really love this, and I am shade C3. Also, you get a lot of product. You get 4 fluid ounces and you don't need a lot. I'm just saying, go check it out. Go check it out. Go do it right now. Oh, quick shout out. So I don't really wear powder, but I wear powder on my nose. I don't really powder my under eyes or anything. Milk Makeup Blur and Set is my favorite powder for setting my nose, because this bitch gets oily in the T-zone, and Milk Makeup, it doesn't really prevent my oils, I'll be completely honest, but it is my favorite powder because it doesn't clog my pores and it's a very natural finish. I can pack this on and it doesn't look like I'm caking on any powder, so that's why I really like this. I use the shade Medium, I think it's called. Now, let's talk about bronzers. I have one. It is the Fenty Beauty Sun Stalker bronzer in Island Ting. I love this bronzer so much. I really tried to convince myself that I liked the Fenty Beauty cream bronzers more because I went through a cream and liquid bronzer blush phase, but if I'm gonna be real, the Sun Stalker bronzer is perfect. It's my favorite bronzer because the shade is so on point. I have never found a bronzer that is the perfect type of contour shade for me. I know it's called a bronzer, so it's supposed to be used to bronze you up. For me, I really like this as a contour shade because it has a nice neutral tone that's not too cool. It doesn't look too muddy on my face, but it's also just a little bit warm. It's not going to look red on my face. It's just the perfect neutral tone for a contour. I love this so much, and it's the only powder bronzer that doesn't patch up on my face. I have an issue with powder products just like clinging onto dry patches or looking streaky, or yeah, just not working well with my face. I've used this for like 2 years straight. It's been my favorite ever since I purchased it, and I will continue to purchase this bronzer forever and ever. There you go. Okay, now this next product is actually a blush. I personally like to use it to bronze up my skin, and it is the Cosmetics Heaven's Glow Blush in Faded Clementine. Now, I've talked about this blush before. It's my absolute favorite blush. If I had to, for some reason, only choose one blush out of my whole collection, it would be Faded Clementine because it's such a flattering tone, especially if you are a brown girl or boy. Let me tell you, this is the most complimenting tone to your skin. It's so pretty. I can't really explain it. It just is so beautiful, and I don't even need to buy backups yet because you get a lot of product in my opinion. Now this, like, I haven't hit pan yet, and I have used this like every single day. Even on the days I decide not to like wear any makeup, sometimes I'll just put it on my face because it just instantly makes me feel beautiful. And I love it, and I will continue to love it. I use it on the sides of my cheeks as a bronzer. I'll like apply it more in the front of my face and as a little eyeshadow too sometimes. It's really pretty. The most beautiful shade of blush I've ever seen in my life. And I'm not being dramatic. This is so pretty. Now, this product, I don't know why more people aren't talking about it. I do know why, because it's from a brand that does more like lash serum and eyebrow products, I believe. But girl, they can do blush too. So it is the Grande Pop Plumping Liquid Blushes in the color Tiramisu. I'll be honest, I purchased this towards the end of the year. I can't really say I used it all of 2020, but if I would have known about this earlier in the year, it would be game over for most of my blushes. The fact that I'm adding this in the video and it's only been in my life for so long, well, very short amount of time, I think that attests for how great it is because I've discovered so many blushes that I love, but this is one of my favorite. So this color in Tiramisu is comparable to Venetian Rose from M Cosmetics, their color drop serums. I have a love-hate relationship with that formula since it's so like dewy and sticky, but the Grande Pop Tiramisu shade, very identical, and let me tell you, it's long wearing. I'm wearing it today. Okay, so you can see there's a bit of a sheen. My hairs don't get stuck. I mean, kind of, they do. My hairs don't get stuck on like the front of my face like if I were to wear the color drop serums, okay? This is such a pretty shade, and these blend so well. I was really hesitant because I knew that the finish was a little more matte and not as dewy, or you know, it wasn't as moisturizing of a finish, if that makes sense. And it blends so well. I love this so much, and I want to stock up on this color, Tiramisu. Very pretty. Don't know why this hasn't been talked about more. I discovered it because of Kathleen Lights, and yeah, that's all I can say. I think they have one more shade that's a little bit deeper that I want to purchase just because I'm so impressed by this one. But love it. Try it out. If you are a cream blush fan or liquid blush fan, you should try this out. It's so nice. I know I just kind of talked a little bit of shit about the Color Drop Serum blushes, but I'm still going to mention them because I still love them. I said it was a love-hate relationship. I still have reasons I love these. These are the two shades that I absolutely would take a bullet for. The shade Soft Amethyst from their Season 1 collection of the Color Drop Serum, and the shade Venetian Rose, which I just mentioned. These are so pretty. This is like a deeper berry fuchsia type color, and this is a deep, they call it a vintage rose color. It's like a deep rose color. The shades are so unique, and if you have a skin tone like mine or deeper, I think these will really complement your natural blush shade. That's what I love about the shade Venetian Rose, because it looks like I just went on a run, like I'm flustered or something. So that's why I love this shade. And this shade is like, it's a perfect pop of color, but it's not too much, and it just complements my tan skin, okay? Like I mentioned, these are a really dewy finish. They will feel sticky on your face. You will get your hairs caught up in them. It's kind of similar to like when you wear lip gloss. When you wear lip gloss on your lips and your hair sticks to your lips, this is a sticky, tacky finish. As long as they make these shades, I'm gonna continue to purchase the Serum drop blushes. All right, moving on to lips now. Girl, I have a lot of lip products that I love because I'm a lip product junkie. So this was very hard for me to choose my favorites. I tried to stick with 3, and let me tell you, that was super hard, but I stuck with 3. First, the lip luminizers from M Cosmetics in the shades Faded Clementine, Angel, Angele, I believe that's how it's spelled, and Magic Hour. These are so beautiful. I love these shades. I'm gonna put on Faded Clementine right now. Look at that. Nice and orange, kind of. Okay, Faded Clementine. Super, super pretty color. This Angel. Very beautiful. Love this for a nice bright pink. And then Magic Hour just looks good. It's a nice warm pink. Whoever you are, you need this. Why I like the Luminizers. First of all, these 3 shades are amazing. I think I've already made that obvious that I love these shades. The formula is incredible. I remember when I first saw Magic Hour released and thought to myself, there's no fucking way I'm gonna spend $22 on a lip product, on a lip luminizer, probably just a tinted chapstick. I'm wrong. I was wrong. And let me just say, this makes your lips, look at that, so juicy, so supple, fills in all of your lines. The pigment is there. It's very nourishing, and I love these. Second lip product. The Kosas lipsticks. This one is the shade Stardust. Really pretty. I know I just applied Faded Clementine, but let me wipe that off. I don't know if you can even tell the difference in this lighting. I don't know if you can tell the difference. Probably not. But the Kosas lipsticks are so pretty. They are my absolute favorite lipstick formulas. I love the Becca lipsticks. I love the Mented Cosmetic lipsticks. If that gives you an idea of the type of lipstick formula I like, very creamy, not like too matte. This is a nice creamy formula. It spreads really nicely. It doesn't define your lip lines. And it's not too pigmented. There's still pigment there, but it's not like crazy. I'll show you. So you can see there, not crazy amount of pigment, but you can build it up for sure. I have the shade Stardust and Rosewater, and I love them both. I want to get all of the shades, but they are expensive. They're expensive lipsticks, but totally worth it. They're so pretty, and I absolutely love the Kosas lipsticks. Moving on to my last lip product, the Buxom lip creams. Now, these aren't really lip creams. These are just very pigmented glosses. Yeah, that's what I would consider them. Pretty, glossy. This is the shade Moscow Mule. I also own the shade Rose Julep. And I think I also own the shade Mudslide. They are a stickier formula, but they fill in the lines of your lips. The shades are beautiful and they make your lips tingly. They also last a little bit longer than normal glosses, and I think these are really underrated. I don't know, do people talk about Buxom? Maybe they do when I'm just like under a rock, but yeah, I love this lip cream. All right, okay, eyeshadows. I am not that much of an eyeshadow fanatic, but I know a good formula when I see one, okay? The Makeup Geek formula. I created my own palette. I wanted to find cool tones, warm tones, and then some pinks. And let me tell you, I love this formula. They blend so well. They're really pigmented. They're so blendable and easy to layer. I really, really like these shadows. There's a lot of pigment, but it's not too intense. So there's not much I can say other than I love these shadows. And I love how you can make your own little palette. For someone like me who wants a smaller palette with kind of my essential colors, I loved that option to make the 9 pan. There's a lot of discount codes. The pan is durable. Yeah, the magnet is strong. I love this. This really honestly makes me want to buy their pro palettes, which are those huge palettes with a bunch of the singles. And I'm thinking about purchasing the neutral pro palette and then being able to kind of pick and choose and make my own smaller palette, but they are like 120 bucks, maybe even more, probably more. So I'm still kind of debating, but I really, really like the Makeup Geek shadows. And I hear that they're coming to Target. I think I actually saw some Makeup Geek products in Target. I don't know about the eyeshadows, but I for sure saw their blushes at Target. Yeah, I really like these eyeshadows. All right, eyebrows. Are we really like super interested in what I use for my eyebrows? Because I'm very natural eyebrow girl, but I'll just talk about it anyways. The Benefit brow pencils are my favorite. The Precisely My Brow Pencil. Love this. I have this in the shade 2.5 and 3.5. 3.5 I like to use to define the end of my brows, and 2.5 like the start of my brows. I have the mini for the 2.5. I also love that Benefit sells so many minis of their products. Yeah, I really like this brow pencil. The pigment is super nice. It's not too harsh, but it actually shows up. I find myself buying blonde brow products, especially for the front of my brow, because I'm someone who just really would rather start with a light brow product and build it up than like get like a boom intense block brow. I love that this is a nice light color, but it actually shows up. They also last very long on my eyebrows, and it glides on without moving around my brows, which I think is perfect for a brow pencil. Yeah, so I know brows aren't that exciting. And then the brow creams from M Cosmetics. I have the shade Taupe and Blonde. Again, I use Blonde for the front of my brows and Taupe for the ends of my brows. This brow cream is amazing. The formula is so incredible. Actually, I've talked about this before, but the brush, so tiny. It distributes the product very evenly, and it really helps define every single hair. Every little hair is coated with an even amount of this product. The hold is so nice. It's not like a crunchy, firm type of brow gel hold. It's natural. It doesn't make your brows look cakey with brow cream. I've had that issue before, especially with like the Milk Makeup brow cream. This is just like a nice, flexible type of formula. This is great if you just want something looking very natural. If I'm looking for a little extra hold, I add the clear brow gel, but this is typically fine by itself. And yeah, again, long lasting, very, very pretty natural brow look. So yeah, I love these. I love this brow cream. I've bought so many tubes already, and I continue to purchase backups because it's a great brow cream. Oh, okay, last product, and then I will shut the M Cosmetics Pick Me Up Mascara. This is my absolute favorite mascara, and I was looking for a mascara for so long that would not flake or give me raccoon eyes, that would not, like, what do you call it, transfer. Because I love very moisturized, dewy type of look, and because I have dry skin, I typically use a lot of like heavy moisturizers and dewy setting sprays, and that causes my mascara to bleed to my, you know, this area. And it was so hard for me for a while to find a mascara that wouldn't do that. I've tried so many different waterproof formulas, but a lot of them dried my lashes out or ended up like flaking up. And I also tried like the Armani mascara because I heard that was the best waterproof mascara. Let me tell you, that shit was expensive, but the Pick Me Up mascara is amazing. I have bought a backup of this mascara. It's a tubing formula. I will say this is my first time trying a tubing mascara, and I'm blown away. Maybe there's other tubing mascaras out there that I haven't tried that are just as good, but for now, I love this one. First of all, it's very buildable. I will say it's a wet formula, so how I apply, I'll go one coat on one eye, one coat on the other, let this eye dry, and then go with a second coat, because if you keep building it up, it's such a wet formula that it can get a little bit clumpy. So give it some time to set and dry, and then you can build it up. And it's really easy to take off, but be careful if you are like me and you wear contacts and your eyes get really teary, because I'm telling you, all you need is some warm water to remove this. So I've had my eyes like tear up, and then you'll see a little like chunk come out, but it takes a lot of tears. But it's helpful when you have to take your makeup off. You just take some water and get to like pull the little tubes out. So I really love this mascara. Also, look how pretty this the packaging is so pretty. This millennial purple, come on, so cute. I think that's it. So that is it for my favorite products of last year. They're coming to 2021 because I'm only bringing the things I love to 2021, if you know what I mean. Thank you for watching and listening to me flap my gums about my favorite product. And also thank you again for 100 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Promise I'll upload more. Promise, okay? Yeah, have a good rest of your year. I mean, I'll still check in with you. You know, obviously I'm still gonna upload, but let's just hope this year's great. Happy 2021. Comment down below if you agree or if you disagree. You know, if you're like, why'd you mention that product? Couldn't be me. Yeah, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video if you like this video. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. And I'm like you can probably hear me putting away my products as I talk over myself, but subscribe if you want to subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you when I see ya. See ya.